Hey everyone, Pioneergirl08 here. Hope y'all are having an amazing, fun, and safe day. So we are now on episode 10 of the Teen and Younger Sis Challenge. So in the last episode, Julianne aged up into a teen. So if you didn't catch that one after you watched this one, you can go into the playlist for my Let's Plays and watch that episode and any of the episodes that you might have missed. And so anyway, Julianne, she looked like she was getting herself a bite to eat, but then she stopped for some reason. But she's heading outside. I think I had her go outside and work on her comedy skills. So as you can see, I gave her a microphone. I did that off camera. So she has the joke star aspirations, so she needs to work on her comedy and practice her comedy skills and tell some jokes to some people. I think she told a, I think she has told a joke in this episode to her sister, Leslie? I think her name's Leslie. I can't remember her sister's name now. That's bad. Anyway, she told a joke to Leslie, and I think she also told a joke to Alex, which she's going to go and visit in a little bit. You'll also see in this episode, I did do a speed through of a quick little makeover for Alex. I did go into MC Command Center and made him a teen, as well as Aaron. I didn't bother with Bella and Mortimer. I left them alone. So they're either young adults or adults, I'm not sure, but I didn't bother with them. But I did use the cheat to age up Alex and then Aaron, just because having Alex be a teen and then Aaron still be a child, I thought would be just kind of like weird, especially for people who kind of know that Aaron and Alex are very similar in age, or at least they're both children. I don't know exactly how close they are in age, but I went ahead and made them both teens, so they're equal age now in this. But anyway, I did age him up and gave him a quick little makeover. I didn't spend a lot of time with him. I just wanted to make a few little minor changes to him, and I might do more later, I might not, but anyway, you'll kind of see me doing that here at some point during the episode, and then Julianne does go over to visit him. But right now she is, as you can see, working on her comedy, and I didn't look to see what she got up to. I want to say she got up to either a 2 or a 3 skill level in her comedy, I think. I don't know for sure. I don't remember off the top of my head what she got to. And now she's going to go back to the food that she left earlier. And I do not know why. She started to eat, stopped, went up to do the comedy routine, and then came back to her food. I'm not sure what that was, why she did that. For some reason, when you queue things up with the Sims, like sometimes you'll get stuff queued up and then you'll have them go do something else, and they'll stop what they were doing and go do the other thing without finishing what they were doing first for no good reason. I don't understand why they do that. And unfortunately, the bad part of this is I can't really see what I just queued up them to do, but I think Leslie is going to read a book, and I want to say that Julianne right now is going to wash some dishes, and I think she's going to talk to Julianne. Oh yeah, okay, so Julianne is telling a bit of a joke to Leslie, working on that aspiration with her. And so here's where I went in and is giving Alex a little bit of a makeover. I kind of deleted out some parts of, like some parts of the video where I was kind of like playing around with stuff, and there wasn't really anything going on. I had the video paused where I kind of like played around with how to get to Alex and get to his profile and get to the MC Command Center and do all that stuff. So I just kind of cut all that out because it's pretty boring, not much happening, just me fiddle farting around with, playing around with different, clicking on different things, playing with different things, trying to do what I wanted to do. Because as of the last episode, I wasn't even sure if MC Command Center even worked on NPCs. Like, I know it works on the Sims that you play with and stuff, but I didn't know it would work with NPC Sims. So I'm sure there are many of you out there who already knew this bit of information, but I did not. So I had to kind of like play around with it. And so anyway, Alex here is getting just a little bit of a brief, quick makeover with a couple of his clothing and stuff like that. And I think I changed his like hair. I tried to change his facial features because I wasn't real happy with them. No offense to whoever created Alex and all that, but I just wanted to go with a little bit different facial features. But for some reason I could click on his face and I can like get the close-up of his face, but like when I go to try to move parts of the body around, it wasn't letting me do anything. So I don't know if maybe I was in the wrong, if I was doing something wrong, or if I was in the wrong, using the wrong cheat, or I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't get to change his face features as much as I kind of wanted to, but I did give him a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow type of thing. It's not, I looking at it now, I'm okay with it, but I don't know if I'm 100% happy with it. I kind of want it to go with the idea of like, kind of like a teen, kind of like getting their like first, kind of getting like, maybe he has a little bit of a beard, of a stubble, but not much of one. I don't know. But anyway, we are back with Julianne. She's going to give Rainbow a quick brushing and such, and then she's going to go over and visit with Alex. So we are going to go over to the Goth household here and visit with Alex a bit and see if we can't improve on their relationship. Because if you've seen the past episodes, as you may know, Julianne and Alex have a very bad relationship. They're basically like they don't like each other. And that was the whole idea, when they were kids, they didn't like each other. They would like pick on each other and cheat, and they kind of just like, they were kids, they didn't really, they just didn't care for each other. They were like, ew, boys, ew, girls, that kind of thing. But now that she's a teen, she kind of sees him in a new light now, so she's going to go over and talk to Aaron here for a bit, and I think she's gonna like whisper. Like I think I did whisper about Crush. The idea behind that one was just kind of the, she's gonna whisper that she kind of thinks her brother is kind of good looking, and that's not really an option in the game. Like there's not anything you can pick on it. I think you can talk up another sim or something, but I didn't know if that was what I wanted to do. But the idea is that she's kind of confiding in Aaron a little bit, her friend Aaron, that she kind of thinks his brother is actually not bad looking. Maybe she's kind of, thinking he's kind of hot maybe. So basically most of this episode is going to be Julianne going and talking to Alex and seeing if we can't, get the relationship up a bit and do some friendly interactions. Maybe I think she's gonna also tell some jokes, because she is trying to get her tell some jokes to some Sims and work on her joke star aspiration and such. And so she does a little bit of that, but most of it is just kind of like doing a bunch of friendly interactions and things like that to try to get the relationship up. Now, as you may guess, Alex does not really care much for Aaron. They've really had a pretty bad relationship growing up, and so he's not real happy, especially with that little thing there with the slap him silly thing. He's probably just rolling her eyes and scaring, and of course then she turns around and scares him on top of that whole slap him silly thing. She then turns around and scares him. So that's that probably did not help things too much. So she is going to kind of I can't really see what I have him doing, so I'm kind of like, yeah, that's the hard part about this. I don't know what I have her doing, but I know that the overall thing is that she's like talking to him and trying to be friendly and doing some apologizing and things like that, apologizing for being so mean to him growing up. She's trying to be the bigger person. I mean, he wasn't exactly innocent in the whole thing as they were growing up. He kind of picked on her too a bit, you know. He did his own stuff, picking on her and stuff. So he's not completely innocent, but she's going to be the bigger person and try to apologize for being mean growing up and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we are working on here for most of this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of let them do their thing and work on the relationship, and I will be back in a little bit. Well, unfortunately, as you can see, their relationship is still not doing very good. She did try, but Julianne, we're going to go ahead and send Julianne home. She really gave it her best effort, so we're going to head home and, maybe try again another day and try to continue being friendly and see if we can get their relationship up, get them to be friends, and then maybe even romantic interests, because that's kind of the idea. Now, unfortunately, Julianne is in a very angry mood. She's not doing well. She really gave her best shot with Alex, but it just didn't go well at all. So she's going to come home, and I think I'm going to have her go ahead and play some chess, because that's kind of what she wants to do. That was listed on her little whims down there, so I figured why not. We'll go ahead and let her play some chess, and I think I'm also going to have her play talk to Leslie a bit, and maybe even play some, and I believe I have her playing some chess with Leslie, talk to her for a bit, stuff like that. And she also needs to do her homework. She hasn't done her homework yet, so she does need to work on her homework after she plays some chess, and kind of, try to calm her down a little bit and get her in a little bit of a better mood. Hopefully that, I can't remember off the top of my head, but hopefully that works to get her in a better mood. For that, doing, playing chess and talking to Leslie and such like that, we can get her in a better mood. And I took off the homework. You probably see me take homework off for a second to do something else, and then I put her homework back in, because she really does need to work on her homework to get that done. She hasn't started school yet, because she just aged up in the last episode. Also, I believe it is Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so her first day of school, I think, would probably be Monday. But she does have her homework already, so she can get a start on that once she is done playing some chess and talking to Leslie and all that. So we finally have Julianne working on her homework, and we're going to go ahead and ask Leslie for a little bit of help with the homework and get that all done and all that. And it looks like Julianne is in a bit of a playful mood right now, so that's good. She was kind of, she was really angry earlier and intense for a while, so that's good that she's, got herself in a better mood and a bit more playful. A bit more playful and all that. So I think she's done with her. Looks like she's looks like she's done with her homework all of a sudden. So I guess oh, nope. Excuse me. She wasn't done with her homework. It looks like she just picked up her homework and moved into the living room to work with it. And Leslie, is going to come over and talk to us and help us out a bit with the homework. Who knows what kind of homework she's doing? I don't know. What homework do you think that she might be working on? Just a fun little question. And looks like Rainbow is sitting next to us, taking a little bit of a rest on the couch. And also, just a quick aside, so Julianne, now that she's a teen, is, I don't know if she's on her period right now or if she's due to be getting it soon, I don't remember, but now that she's a teen, she has that to deal with, so she's got some cramps going on, poor thing. She is not really feeling all that great with those cramps and everything, but she's doing her best to get her homework done and all that, so I probably could have gone in and, you know, gave her some medicine for the cramps or whatever, but yeah, I'm a terrible sim mother. I never think to, you know, take care of these little aches and pains and stuff like that. I just let my sims just kind of suffer through it. I know, I am so terrible. I never take care of the things my sim need, but anyway, she's gonna power through and continue to do her homework and everything, so we'll let her go ahead and do that. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely. So now that Julianne is finally done with her homework, she is going to take a quick potty break and get herself something to eat, and then I can't remember, but I think I have her like go out and do some more with her comedy routine, if I'm not mistaken. Work on that a little bit more. The other thing I also did was have Leslie go out and repair the little radio outside. I did have to move the radio because Leslie was not able to get to it. And I think part of the problem was, and it was actually really an easy fix, I have BB.move objects on for this build, and I didn't go into the cheats and put the BB.move objects on for this, which I should have done. So what I did was I went into build and buy and just moved the radio so that Leslie could get to it. But come to think about it, all I really need to do is do the BB.move objects on. I use BB.move objects on pretty much all my builds. That's just the way it is. That's what I do. Like it or don't, that's just what I do. So anyway, but yeah, so I had to move the radio so that I ended up moving the radio so that Leslie could get to it and repair the radio. And then I also had Julianne come out here and do some more with her comedy and work on getting her skills up. And I want to say that that's pretty much the most of the rest of the episode, if I'm not mistaken, is Julianne kind of practicing her skills, and then I think she does like a few more things, and then we're going to send them to bed. And that's pretty much the end of the episode, with Julianne going off to sleep. So anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this series so far. I know I have, and so we are, kind of getting close to. I keep saying this. We're getting kind of close to the tail end of the series. I say close to. We still have quite a ways to go because Julianne just aged up, just recently. So there's a little bit of time left. So don't worry. We're not going anywhere just yet. But yeah, so our little Julianne has grown from a toddler to a child and into a teen, and so yeah, kind of exciting. So she just leveled up. I didn't see what that said, but I know that she made it to like 2, at least a 2 in her. Maybe it was 3. I don't remember, in her Jokestar thing. So anyway, if you do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when I put out more content. I try to put up content on at least something on every Monday and every Friday. Mondays are usually like my build and cast videos, and then Friday is my Let's Play video. For the most part, that's what I do. And I might occasionally put up other quick little videos during, from time to time in the midst of the week, but for the most